Hello farmers, it's Rever here, and I am back for another episode of Canadian National Map version 3. And we are standing at the top of field 6, or the north side of field 6, and we are all ready to go with doing some spraying. So let's take a look at the map so you guys know where we're at. This is grown, and this should have grown. No, it doesn't. Well, I guess it is probably that second green there. I'm not colorblind, but it's a little hard to tell these shades of green apart sometimes, especially when every other field is the same color. Usually, you can tell if you can compare, but I think that's the second. Better be the second green, which means that we'll have little stubs up. In any event, both of these fields are actually this medium blue here, so we'll have to go ahead and spray them and get them to the final darkest blue. And so without further ado, I will go right ahead and let's get started. So let's hop in. I conveniently have the tractor right here. Now, for those of you not overly familiar with the GPS mod, let's go and turn it on. And what we're going to do is come up, my mouse going, and I remember, just because I do, that we set up number 2 here to be a good line for that. So if we turn our head to the right, see we got a nice line as far as where to start. So let's come over here and get lined up with our green line. I start unfolding the thing. Yep, there it goes. It's unfolding. And get pulled up. That looks pretty good. There we go. Now we're ready to begin. So let's get all ready to go. And oops. Hard to turn my head just the right amount. There we go. Alright, so we're spraying. And when we get to the end, I'll just double check so we don't waste too much, because sometimes they do mess up the shade of blue or whatever. I don't like stopping spraying in the middle. I feel like I'm wasting, even though it's probably trivial. Pretty sure we need to spray. So this will be the trend that we follow for the most part. This field's been sprayed twice, but if you notice, field 3, I guess I should say, would really be the trend, where we'll spray ahead of time, then we'll plant and fertilize at the same time, and then we'll come back and spray one more time, which I think is fairly realistic. As I've mentioned in some other videos, I've kind of wish we had the soil mod. I always liked, I don't think it was overly difficult. I know it was difficult for some people who didn't get the gist of it, but I kind of wish there was a little bit more to it than just coming out here and spraying. Not that that's, I think it's an improvement over Farm Sim 15, but in any event, we'll see. I looked up this past weekend to see if there was any update on soil mod coming out. Didn't see anything, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully there'll be an addition to the game such as that. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Nothing overly noteworthy to go on about. I'm back into the mode. It's after Christmas now that I'm recording this. I'm usually about 4 days ahead of you guys. I would have to say would be an average. So when it comes to this recording, you'll probably see this somewhere for New Year's. Oh, hit the pole. Yeah, I was hoping to be able to not go in that field. Yeah, see, I didn't miss it by much. So just to stay on that grass and not. There we go. All right, ready to go. All right, well, I think I'm going to jump out of the cab and fast forward. I did Bob mentioned some. Oh, I never did check. All right, well, we're going to stop. Ready? Back up just a hair so we don't miss anything. Let's hit escape. Yep, and there we go. So if you guys can see, we've got the darker blue, the darkest blue. So we will go ahead and do this. Keep doing it. All right, so ready, set, go. All right, so let me hop out of the cab and I will fast forward and I will probably just go right on over to field 3 and do the same thing in fast forward mode. So anyway, I haven't gotten much feedback from anyone about fast forwarding in cab view, but I know when I watched it, it certainly, I don't know, just seeing this for 5 minutes or whatever the fast forward isn't overly exciting at that point. So whenever I'm actually, talking to you guys, I'll come back into the cab and otherwise I'll jump out. So here we go. Oops, I should let that fold up all the way. But this little spot's bothering me. Let's go take care of that. Hop back in here. We'll run up. Oh, all right, so let's do X. Nope, that's unfolding. Yep, get it all the way folded up. Let's turn off our GPS. So there we go. We got the field sprayed. So now it's just a matter of letting them grow. So I think field number 6 over there will be done with the next growth cycle. It'd be kind of nice if they were both in cycle with each other, but then again, sometimes that gets a bit stressful when you get too many fields all need to be harvested at once. So I am debating on the direction of the map. I'd like to get some animals going. If I sold off some forestry equipment, I would probably have the money right now to do that, but I'm not sure that I won't. No, we're not going to fill this guy up. Let's just park him in here for now. I think he'll fit in there. All right, let's lower that down. Will he fit in there? I can't really see. Yeah, he'll fit in there. Not by much, but he'll fit in there. All right, so let's hop out of this one real quick. We'll get this field deleter thing going real quick. Get it hooked up. And then it'll almost be time for me to go to work in real life. And when I come back home, or sometime in the near future, I will probably fast forward time and we'll just get out here and harvest this field. The other thing I was thinking of is that we're going to need grass. And I could go about it 2 different ways. One would be, let me just see if we can see those fields. See the field 1 and 2 there on the little mini map? One of those, we don't really need a lot of grass for animals. And it grows so consistently fast that, you know, we'll probably be able to make plenty of silage and grass from just one field. So what I'd like to do is, you know, start gearing up towards getting the animals. All right, let's lower, oops, let's not lower. Let's lower this thing and, oops, go the right way. I did hit that spot, right? Oh, shoot. Let's lift that thing up. Hope I didn't. Yeah, I got it. There we go. So that little annoying spot is gone. Not that big a deal, obviously, but, and you know what, I think there's, let's come over here. There's a little glitch in the road. I don't know if we can't, maybe we'll run over that real quick. Doesn't really totally show up, but I think the height of the road is, you know, a little bit higher than the rest of it. See this right here? Let me hop out. See that little spot? Let's see if we can't delete that as well. Yep. Yeah, because I think that spot didn't get replanted, but it was, you know, old harvested stuff for the same thing. I'm not sure. You know, the person who made this map, you can kind of tell. Like, for example, you can kind of tell they're not a master map maker, and I'm not criticizing. I don't, you know, but you could just tell from the fact that you get, you know, it'd be natural to have some dirt tracks here, even though, honestly, you pull off of a grass field, I don't know how much dirt you're going to leave on the road, but you could see, like, just even driving the truck around on this map, you end up with tracks on the asphalt that sort of last forever, so to speak. So, I have no idea how to fix that. I am a little mystified as to why they, like, humped up the fields like that. I don't know. It's just, I guess it has to do with the fact that once you put all this stuff down, I would bet if you move the terrain, like he wanted to, you know, to raise the you know, make it so it wasn't a dead flat map, but he had already put down all the roads and power lines, and he certainly likes street lights. Where am I going? I'm just driving around talking. So yeah, I bet you that's it. So but hey, I appreciate the effort that anybody makes. There's some people that are awful critical about mods, and I appreciate that this guy was the first one to make a map with trains in it. I appreciate that the map's not perfect, and for that reason, I might not play it as long as a perfect map, but it's been fun so far. And I like a good flat map once in a while. So there we go. So we got the field leader taken care of. Pull this guy back out over here. Why not? Seems to be about a parking spot. All right, so I'm going to take a break. This isn't the end of the episode, but we got ourselves sprayed up. Let's take a look at the map one more time. There we are. Perfect. Real dark blue. So I was saying, it's, do we sell off some of our forestry equipment? Maybe get another field, like even just field 1 there, and get some grass. I don't know. I probably will make the decision before I would get any of your feedback, just because I am ahead on episodes, as I mentioned. So, but in any event, it's time for real life work, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in a second. Take care. Well, I am back, and here we are near field number 1. And if you look over here, I brought our forestry equipment up. We have $59,000, and I would like to get into the animal business. And one of the things we'll need for the animal business is some grass. So I decided that this relatively small field would be a wonderful one to make into a nice big grass field. So if you remember, because of the way we changed the map, just by coming in here, I was thinking, oh great, they have potatoes planted here, and I was gonna field or harvest the potatoes, and that would be a good thing. But as it turns out, they just automatically, as before, turned just the whole field to dirt. So that's okay too, I guess. But let's get back in here, and I'm going to buy this field. So that way, we don't have much money. I never have much money on this map. And now that we own the field, we can get rid of these trees, which was, I think, somewhat obviously the reason I brought this stuff up here. Now, I'm pretty much committed. Let's lower this guy down. Guy should mostly be set up over there. I got to remember to hit Control I, but other than that, to make sure he dumps the wood chips on the ground. Actually, you know what? Before I even get in this guy, I probably don't. Now that I think about it, bringing that conveyor over here is kind of a waste. I don't think we're going to get that much out of these couple trees. They're not even big trees, so maybe we just come here and put this trailer underneath the back of this guy. Can't really see. Oh, geez, too far, I think. Can't really see too well. Come on, keep your head turned right. Let's try. Look up enough? Yeah, there it is. I'm betting that'll be good. Let's hop out for a second and take a look. So this is kind of thing that makes it a little more, not really, huh? Let's try to get a little bit closer. Not doing too well with the head camera, am I? Now we're too close, we're going to hit it. No, that was... We're in the same place. No, that was a wonderful maneuver there. Very good. Alright, so let's get in this guy. And hit B to get him started. We should have cars coming this way, but these tiny trees aren't gonna hardly worth the effort. But don't want to leave them laying around the map either. Alright, so let me take care of these little trees. I'm forgetting. Yeah. Wasn't much to that, was there? Alright, so let's hop out and get that wood out of the way. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Wasn't too much to that, was there? So we got 3,800 wood chips. Where's the closest place to sell these? I'm not sure that I even care to go anywhere but the closest place. Prices, wood chips, so I guess the power plant, which happens to be the highest, so let's go to the power plant real quick. I'll be quiet while I do it. And then we'll get back and get the plow on this tractor. Alright, so what are the chances of this thing... Oh, good. I was going to say. The chances are this thing's going to unfold right into that thing there. I guess I'll put the GPS on. I don't know if we really need it, but... Let us move... Oops, let's hit A. And I want to reduce that. Oops. Yeah, I hate when they don't... Let's hit P, because I don't know what the width should be. Never do. And rather not mess it all up. Again, probably doesn't matter. Oh, that's right. This is a leased item. So 4.9, yeah, see, so we definitely don't want it that wide. I didn't think it was that wide. So let's go down to like 4.7. Let's just see how this does. We'll move it over a little bit more. We're going to hit Y to create fields, and then I'm going to hit V to drop the plow. Let's turn on our GPS. That one pole's a little closer. They all... That's about as close as you could get. What did I hit? Oh, I hit a tree stump, I think. Alright, that's pretty good. Yeah, I want this all to be, you know, plantable, regrowable grass. So. See, that's kind of wonderful in my opinion. Let's turn this 90 degrees. Kind of get it lined up. That's probably pretty good. Close enough. this way. Try to put that guy down awful close. Come back and clean that up later. Yeah, this guy loves street lamps. I'm not sure if he ever lived in a rural area, but you don't quite see so many street lamps, at least in... I really doubt Saskatchewan or any part of Canada that's this rural has any more street lamps than America does. Can't speak for Europe if the farms have so many street lamps or not. We're going to turn this 90 again. I'm going to do a little loop-de-loo. Move it over a tiny bit. Didn't quite get straight enough. Alright, let's put that guy down there. Yeah, see, I don't think my offset is right. That's alright. You could always use the field deleter thingy a little bit. And why not another little loop-de-loo? That's kind of right in my way, isn't he? And 90 degrees here. Let's actually move it this way a tiny bit. There we go. Alright guys, the plowing is somewhat obviously done. I got a little bit of a dilemma, you know, that we're want to be a little bit away from these poles, but probably not the whole width of that thing, so I think I may try to back in on each one. And, oops, what am I doing? See, I can't tell which way I'm going because let's look forward. There we go. So I'm hoping to be able to like back into the pole. There we go, and then just put this down. There we go. And then go an inch forward, back up again. Let's see what mess we made. Yeah. See what I'm getting at here? I don't know. Should I just go down it? It's not going to make that much difference. Let's just go down the row. Now this pole I think might have been a little further out. So let's just come here, turn this back on, put this on for a second. Well, we don't want to move it over yet. Let's auto adjust the width and then move it back. Yeah, you know what? That'll be good enough. All right, so let's get nice and straight. Yeah, we're not hitting that pole, so. See, this is sort of my dilemma here. Yeah, hopefully we don't hit any of these poles. Yeah, see, we're leaving little spots there, but that's okay. Ah, shoot. Well. Sort of worked out. Let's see, what do we got to do here? Oops. Let's just put this down just in case. That's really what I didn't want to do. Just make the wrong move. Oops. Did I just not? No, I did that right. I don't know. Do I worry about those little spots? This thing's lifted up. It's too far. Can't see that way. Good enough, whatever just happened. This guy turned 90. I missed a little tiny spot there, didn't I? I just don't think I'm going to worry about it too much. All right, there we go, guys. So we now have a field that we need to plant grass. I am running out of time as far as going to work. It's also a potentially wintry mess day here, so it'll take longer to get to work than normal. Let's put this guy here. Oops. Alright, so let's change the type to grass. Got plenty of seed in there. Hurry up back out here and get this thing planted in grass. Like I said, if I have to cut it off, I have to cut it off. I might be able to get done in time. So let's auto adjust that, move it over, get this guy unfolding in the meantime. we are planting some grass. Most wonderful. So we got it all plowed, as you might have noticed. So that's, and then these grass fields don't ever need to be plowed again. So I would say get your field plowed that first time. The entire thing, if you do a little grass on the road. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in a hurry, so being in a hurry isn't always the fastest way to get things done, is it? Alright, so let me hop out of the cab here real quick, and we'll fast forward through this field, and I will see you on the other end. Okay, guys, we just about have a grass field here now. So we'll have to wait a little while, but that's okay. We don't really have any wheat or sunflowers or many other things we'll need for the animals, so we'll get this guy wrapped up. I think I will call it an episode here. I believe it will be long enough after all my shortening and so forth and so on. Right, so let's turn this guy off. Fold them up. Get out of the middle of the road. And we'll check out what we made on the map here in a second. Let's just pull up over here. All right. Let's see. What does it look like? Not back. We want this one. All right, so there you go. You can see we made a grass field. As far as the growth goes, it's just obviously planted. And as far as that, we don't need plowing. See, that sort of overrides everything else. And we got one layer of fertilized on there, but I guess we could have fertilized beforehand, but not too worried about it with a grass field. And we can always come by and spray it later on if we want to. It does make a difference. I did test that or check it out in the other map, so. All right, well, while I drive this back here, I think I'll, like I said, call it quits. We need to get that stump grinder out. Maybe we'll do that next episode and just take care of those few stumps. And then we'll fast forward some time, most likely, and we'll see what grows. So, once again, I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. I hope you take care of yourselves today. Hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.